Yo, what's good, man? This is your boy, man, at DFSMasterMind _ over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on today's video. Today's date is June the 26th, man. Your boy has been missing in action, man. I've been low key. I've been gone. I haven't put out a video in like a week and a half, man. But I'm back, man. You know, I had some life issues going on, man. Real life got to me. Like I said before, my grandmother passed, so I was dealing with that. It took a little time, man. Just took a little time for myself. Spent time with some friends and family. Then I went on a little vacation. I'm 24 years old, man, and I just now went to the beach for the first time. Got in the ocean. It was crazy. I know that sounds crazy to some people that may hear this, but I'm a Tennessee guy, man. It was my first time getting out there, so that was lit, man. I got time to kind of rejuvenate, relax, man, relieve stress. It was beautiful, man. So I've been chilling, y'all. But I know one thing: the DFS grind does not stop. I'm sorry for being away for so long, man, but I'm back and I'm back on it, man. I'm ready to cash out. Y'all know my motto, man. We got to get to the green line. But before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video for today's games, look, I bought a WordPress website, man, and I'm gonna start selling. Daily articles, man. It's gonna be called DFS Mastermind's Breakdowns, man. I'm gonna be giving you in-depth details of the games for the slate. I'm going to be going over totals. I'm going to be having some stats to back me up. So, I'm just not talking out my ass, man. It's something I've been wanting to get into. Like I said, I'm not really a lineup provider. I rather teach people how to bake the cake rather than, bake it for them and let them get a slice. So I'm going to be starting that up, man. And right now, since I'm new to this, I feel like I gotta give you a fair price, man. So if you wanna find out about that, you interested in messing with me, hit me up on my Twitter, man. DM me, mention me. But the prices, man, for a daily article is gonna be $3. Weekly will be $10, and monthly will be $20. It's gonna be like a test run, man. I'm sure things will get better. Maybe the price will go up. Maybe it'll go down. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to test the waters. Like I did in the ocean, man. I'm just trying to get my feet wet. Figure out if I can float, man. See if I can swim. All that good stuff, man. Not only that, I'm going to start making gaming videos, man, on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting videos, man, footage. I'm a big gamer. It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm not focusing on my DFS lineups. I like to play the game, man. Super competitive. I like to play online, man. So I'm going to start putting a few videos together, showing you some of my gameplay, how I be smacking fools at the Injustice, Madden, 2K, you name it, man. So yeah, man, I wanted to put that out there. If y'all just chilling, man, y'all want to see, it should be funny, man. I got some of my homeboys that I play the game with. We be in there wilding, just kicking shit, man. So I'm gonna be posting those. So look out for those videos. And yeah, man, I think that's it as far as the mumbo jumbo. Man, life has been crazy, man. Hopefully life has been beautiful for y'all, man. I'm in a good space, and I'm ready to get to the green line, man. So let's go ahead and start on it. All right, starting off, man, getting to the green line. 2 top pitchers, man. My top pitchers of the day, Jeff, Shark, Samardzija, and Chris Sale, man. The reason I'm rocking with Jeff, I like the park, man. I really do. AT&T Park is a positive pitcher's park. He's played Colorado 3 different times. 2 of those games were in Colorado, Coors Field, of course. We all know what happens out there. He gave up 15 runs in 2 of those games, man. And both of those games were at Coors Field. And then in the game he played at home, he gave up 4 runs. 19 runs total in those 3 games, man. 19. That's a lot of runs, man. That is a shit ton of runs for 3 games, versus the same team. But, the upside and the reason I'm all over this is because he's striking out quite a few of these batters, man. BVP will show that, they've been tagging him, man, because they were in Coors Field especially. They were getting to him, man, but he was also sitting these guys down a lot, man. For example, Arenado has struck out 6 times versus him. Ian Desmond 7 times. DJ 4. Blackman 8, Carlos Gonzalez 8, Trevor Story 6. So the strikeout potential is there. We all know he's a strikeout pitcher. I doubt these Colorado batters put up a ton of runs, man. Like I said, positive ballpark. I think he can limit the long ball, man, in AT&T Park. So I'm not worried about a bunch of cheap runs piling up on him. And Jeff Samardzij's been solid, man. Other than a few games here and there, which we have to expect. No pitcher is going to be perfect, for the majority of the season, unless you're Chris Sale, man. He's been pretty dominant. But he's been pretty good, man. So I'm looking directly at him. He was my number 1 option. And yeah, man, I'm going to lock him in. I feel very confident. Think he's in a good spot, man. They're favored to win the game. Late night hammer. I don't think it gets any better than that, man. So I'm locking him in as my number 1 pitcher. Now, Chris Sale, I don't have to really defend him much. We all know who Chris Sale is. We all know what he does. He's hands down, he's been the best pitcher in the league so far, man, this year. Strikeout rate is at 35% this season. Swing and strike rate is at 16%. Chris Sale is a beast, man. He's played against the Twins quite a few times. And some of these batters have actually had some pretty good hitting stats against him. Brian Dozier, to be more specific, he has 3 home runs off Chris Sale, man. But also he struck out 11 times, man. So that's one thing that we know Chris Sale brings to the table is a bunch of Ks. I think Chris Sale will definitely get the quality start. He'll get the W, and he'll rack up the strikeouts, man. So I'm going to lock him in as my number 2 pitcher. DraftKings, I'm doing the Sale and Samardzija combination, and I was still able to get some decent bats, man. I'm not reaching too much. So, man, I like it, man. Those are my 2 pitchers. Like I said before I took that long break, man, I've been trying to just trim my lineups down. I want to play less and less lineups. So today, I got my Chris Sale and Jeff Samardzija lineup over on DraftKings, and then for FanDuel, I have a Chris Sale and a Jeff Samardzija lineup. So I'm 100% on my pitchers, man. I'm locking those guys in. I feel real good about them. I like my Samardzija lineup a little better, man, because I'm able to get some of these big bats. And like I said, I think Samardzija's in a decent spot. Let's move on to stacks, man. Top stacks shouldn't be. Joe Mauer and Max Kepler are resting tonight, man. So that just means Chris Sale should have even more strikeouts. It should get a little more easier. Those are 2 pretty decent bats, man. But that means Vargas will slide in the lineup. I fear him a little bit, man. I think he's a decent bat. He tends to, put the bat on the ball, man. But yeah, man. Sale, lock him in, man. He's in a good spot, bro. I'm telling you, he's in a really good spot. I like him tonight. I think he'll be somewhat chalky. If you're playing cash games, man, I think you can't avoid it, man. So I got sale in all of my cash games, but I also have a GPP out there with sale because I think the K upside is fantastic, man. So, but moving on to stacks, man. Top stack for tonight shouldn't be no surprise, man. We got the Yankees versus Holmberg. This guy, I looked him up, man. I was trying to get some info on him. This season, he don't have that many innings pitched. What was his K rate? K rate is sitting at 15.6%. Walk rate is at 8.6%. And then you'll have to go back to last year. I don't know what he was doing in 2016. But I couldn't really find too much information about him. But one thing I do know, he's a lefty. He's in a ballpark that caters to left-handed hitters. He's in a ballpark that caters to hitters in general. And also the wind is blowing out at 13 miles per hour, dead to center field. He's not an elite arm, man. I don't really fear this guy. And the Yankees, man, they're hot, dude. So I'm all over that, man. I'm attaching to it. Yankees have an implied run total of 5.6. We all know the Yankees have some tremendous power. So I'm all over that stack. I think that is a really, really good spot. I think they'll be somewhat chalky. But yeah, man, I'm getting it, man. I can fit some of the Yankee bats that I want to fit. I got Sanchez in quite a few lineups. I got the Judge in a few. Jacoby Ellsbury, he's been out of sight, out of mind. I think he'll get the start today. I got him. I got Gardner. I got quite a few Yanks, man. I'm all over him. I got a Didi Gregorius in one of my lineups. But next stack, man. Moving on. Next stack is the Dodgers versus Ricky Nolasco. The Dodgers are the hottest team in baseball right now. They're scoring runs in bunches. Ricky Nolasco gives up a ton of home runs, man. Everybody will tell you. If you look up his stats, man, his K rate is actually pretty decent. His K rate is a little below 20%, which is very decent. Walk rate is at 6.8. But the home runs is what's scary, man. He's giving up a ton of home runs, man. Like, I'm about to pull this up for you. All right, I'm gonna just read off his last 4 games. He gave up 2 home runs, 2 home runs, 1 home run, 2 home runs. Gave up 0 home runs in 1 game, but that's because he got pulled versus the Braves. Gave up 6 hits. And then the game before that, 3 home runs. The man, he just gives up the home run, man. That's one thing he does. So with that being said, I'm all over the Dodgers. I have quite a few of their power bats. And I like these lefties, man. I'm a lock it in, dude. I think they're in a really solid spot. Their run total is 5.5. So I think they're in a really good spot. My last stack of the day, as far as individual teams, is going to be Washington versus the man Eddie Butler. Eddie Butler, he's not a terrible pitcher. He's not good at all. Like I say, man, you got to be an elite arm in order not to be a target for the Nationals. He walks too many people, man. So I see this game getting really ugly, man, really fast. I think he walks a ton of people, gives up a bomb, maybe that repeats that. And the Cubs are going to have to go to their bullpen early, man. I think Washington eats. We have wind blowing out to center field. Their implied run total is 5.6. I'm all over some Washington. I like the situation. Game stack, man. The game stack, I got to go back to this Yankee game. Yankees and the White Sox, man. I think the White Sox are in play as well. I think they're in a really decent spot. The win and blowing out, and I'm not afraid of Montgomery. I know he is a decent pitcher, but I think some of these White Sox could be a bit sneaky, man. So I'm all over that game stack. A few bets I like, a couple cheapies. Chase Utley and Tim Anderson are staples in my lineups. I got to wait and make sure Utley is actually in the lineup, but he's allowing me to get some of my bigger bets that I really like. And I'm running out of time on this video, man, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Of course, the big bats like Judge, Harper, plug them guys in. Y'all bless up. Get to the green line, man. Let's cash out.